and came up to congratulate you on a job well done. Share your good fortune on such a lovely day.
What is that?
A large and popular business, which you are causing dismay.
You tell your master that we must agree to disagree.
Hey, everyone can be gotten.
Then I'll see him in hell.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. We've done shows on this channel where we've had members of Congress come in and tell us that there are blackmail operations in order to control government officials. We've brought on members of Congress who have described how those blackmail operations work in order to protect Jeffrey Epstein, in order to move various people on various votes. How you can end up naked in a hotel room with drugs, booze, and alcohol if the wrong three-letter agencies don't want you around. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like we literally have tape of all of that happening now to one of the favorites of this show, a dear friend, Kari Lake. Kari Lake has caused an absolute bombshell as normal to the political news cycle that has exploded into this story of Kari Lake getting bribed millions of dollars to not run, presumably to not run for her Senate seat. Republicans are trying to bribe Kari Lake to not run for Senate. Is there a number that I can be bought? Take a pause, says this Republican official, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeff DeWitt. He is the Republican official who is in charge of the Republican Party of Arizona. And Jeff DeWitt is on tape bribing Kari Lake to not run for president. This is pure and absolute insanity. It needs to be heard by you. And also, Jeff DeWitt goes on to say that he may die if tape got out of this bribe. And Kari Lake says, you're going to have to kill me to not get me to run. You know, we do a lot of interviews on the show. Sometimes the stuff is like cloak and dagger behind the scenes. This is very much out in the open. Have a listen.
I can be bought.
Not be bought.
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would even, that anybody would think this is.
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now for the reason that I've never seen anyone, I can't think of a single person in a federal race who's lost, ran in and won. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I am not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me.
This is insanity. Here at the top of the Daily Mail, audio recording reveals a moment that senior Republican figure tried to bribe Kari Lake. Not senior Republican figure. This guy's in charge of the Republican Party of Arizona. Jeff DeWitt, 51, the chair of the Arizona Republican Party, can be heard asking Kari Lake, a close ally of Donald Trump, to name her price to stay out of politics. This is how filthy the political game is right now. This is an audio recording obtained exclusively by the Daily Mail. They're powerful people who want to keep you out, he tells her in a conversation recorded at the start of March last year. We'll play you the full conversation at the end of this video, and you can hear it all for yourself, uncensored. But we have clipped out some of the more interesting parts, including but not limited to Kari Lake saying that you're going to have to kill her to keep her out of the race.
I'm not willing to accept that. And I'm going to be the biggest pain in these people's. Go back and tell them that. I'm running, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in their.
I'm willing to tell them that.
And they're going to have to kill me.
God, I love Kari.
To stop me.
No, I know, look. And
You don't have to tell them that, but I don't think they will, but.
No, I don't think that's the way they are.
Either they come around and try to work with me, or I'm just going to.
What would that entail?
That would entail not telling, layman's telling me, you got to distance yourself from Trump. No, you distance yourself from DeSantis.
He's all butthurt about that.
But what I'm saying is, don't tell people that. I'm with Trump, okay? I want to work for the betterment of Arizona. I'm not going to let these people back in D.C. tell me not to run.
Incredible. Incredible. We've reached out to Kari Lake. We'll bring you an interview with Kari Lake as soon as we are able to book her to talk about this. Kari Lake, obviously speaking with a guy who's close to here's Donald Trump and this official in the White House, right? So the ask I got today from back east, which is Washington, D.C., is there any companies out there or something that I could just put her on the payroll of to keep her out? Is the setup here. So back east, meaning, again, corporate Washington, D.C. Now, this is about defeating Trump, and I think that's bad. It's a bad thing for the country, she says. DeWitt, who is the chief operating officer for Trump 2020 campaign, frames it differently. Let's just say there's a number that I can be bought. And that's the setup, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely shocking. Kari Lake, of course, says no to that. And two sources have confirmed DeWitt's identity as speaker. DeWitt doesn't want you to hear this. Obviously, he said that he may get his car bombed because of this bribe attempt. I kid you not. Listen.
Officials, unless they're pre-approved by the swamp. And the swamp doesn't pre-approve of me.
You need a strong party to help.
I think you should go public with this and then say, hey,
no.
these people don't want to, they don't want,
And then I turn my key in my car and I just, I like my car.
tell them.
Don't miss that. I turn my key in my car and then boom. This guy's literally, these forces are so powerful that this man, the chair of the Republican Party of Arizona, is saying that he'll get bombed. He'll get a car bomb put in his car by by this powerful entity that is trying to bribe Kari Lake.
I'm not flattered. I'm offended that they.
Don't tell anybody we had this conversation.
I'm offended that they don't care about our country more.
I actually wish you'd just give me a counter offer this big. Give me a counter.
I can't be bought.
Come on.
I can't.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Come on. This is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. If this is in fact true, I'm asking for the Arizona chairman, DeWitt, to resign. DeWitt has a event with Donald Trump, actually, scheduled this week, a fundraiser. The latest string of scandals to hit the state Republican parties earlier this month, a Florida Republican chairman, blah, blah, blah. The 10-minute clip is really bad, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard the entire thing. Kari Lake has, on the record, said that a powerful person tried to bribe me out of politics before. They wanted to bench me for 2 years. I thought to myself, if they want me gone this badly, I might just stick around and get started. Again, the audio reveals that Kari Lake said, you're going to have to kill me to get me out of the race, and that the official said that he is the one who will be killed if this goes public. Wow, the part where Kari Lake says they may kill her for not taking this deal. And then Jeff follows up mentioning that the cartels operating in 50 states sound like a threat to me. Never been more proud to endorse Kari Lake, America First, for America's governor. Kari Lake now on X saying to a commentary about DC political blackmail portals, they already tried to bribe me. I told them to go to hell. They hate citizen politicians who work for the people. I cannot be bought. Kari Lake on our show has also noted that she had an attempted bribe. I wish I had paid more attention at the time to this claim. But we were, covering this on so many fronts in Congress, I didn't actually dig down into the details. Here's what Kari Lake sprinkled on our show, mentioning this exact moment. Yeah, it does seem like you would be probably, Kari, the wrong person to try and blackmail in Washington, D.C. when you get to the United States Senate. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong there, but based on what I know about you, you seem like you wouldn't be the right person to attempt this kind of an operation on.
Well, I worked for many years, and people who don't know me, who only know me since I've gotten into politics, I worked for 30 years in the public eye as a broadcast journalist. And, when you're in the public eye and you are a well-known person, and I'm also a good person, I was raised in a loving family and taught right from wrong. And I believe that our morals are the most important thing we have, and how we behave and how we treat others. It's hard to crack into someone like that. someone who's solid in their beliefs.
Yes.
And they've tried. I mean, I've told the story, and I've told it many times, of the time a person showed up at my door to try to bribe me to stay out of politics. So I wouldn't jump into this race for Senate. They tried to bribe me with a lot of money, basically whatever amount I named, they were willing to pay me to stay off the ballot. They don't want me on the ballot, just like they don't want Trump on the ballot. And at first they try to entice you with money, and if you don't bite, then they go after you. And that's why they're throwing lawsuits at me, suing me for defamation, for speaking out, trying to take our First Amendment rights away from us. And this is very dangerous, what they're doing to Rudy. You know, he's speaking out against election officials who are running our elections, who are in charge of protecting our sacred voice, our sacred vote. And if you can't criticize the government, if you can't stand up and say to an elected official or a government official, you did wrong, here's what you did, I believe you did this, you know, calling them out, we will no longer have the ability to redress grievances with our government, which is in our First Amendment. Can you imagine if they're successful? They're successful at suing Rudy. They're successful at stopping me from speaking out and pointing out where the corruption is in our elections. What if you want to go, Benny, down to the school board meeting and call out the officials who are on the school board? Yes. You're going to have to stop and go, whoa, what if they try to sue me for defamation? Do I need to first get a lawyer to approve everything I'm planning on saying? Everyone's going to have to walk around with a lawyer next to them, telling you what you can and can't say. We are on a very slippery slope right now with this. And if we allow these Soros-funded lawsuits, which, by the way, it's a bunch of Soros attorneys who flew in from D.C. to sue me, and the same thing with Rudy, if we allow this to continue, we can kiss our First Amendment goodbye.
And ladies and gentlemen, here is the full audio, as promised, of Kari Lake getting bribed by the top Republican official in the state of Arizona, speaking on behalf of some type of dark, nebulous entity that could just offer Kari Lake any sum of money to not run for the United States Senate. Wow. On pain of death. Check it out.
So what's going on? I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people that want to keep you out.
I know they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So, this conversation never happened.
This is crazy, though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This never happened. Don't go. Do me a favor, though. I don't get myself in trouble. If you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
I wouldn't doubt that either. Today's world, man. If that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, man. They said the cartel's operating in 50 states right now, like all 50. You know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, gosh, no, they can't repeat this. Never repeat this. If you say no, don't, because say, I got offered to buy out. Don't use it. Because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future.
Here's my problem. Rather than just say, let's work with her, she's a great candidate. Because they don't own me. And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know, it's about ownership.
It's about control.
I don't know if it's about control. It's about being on the team. I guess that's, you know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
They want you to be on their team.
But
just team. You know?
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
They want you to stay out for 2 years. But, I'll tell you what I can offer you. But, I said you can do whatever she wants, talking head, this and that. So, the ask of me was, it's kind of funny. So the ask I got today from back east was, here's the thing between us. Is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and give her, to keep her out? And I said, well, what do you want to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country.
DeSantis is not America First. This is about the final death blow to Trump. And I don't think that's good for our country.
And you know I love Trump. I love Trump.
It's not good for our country, Jeff.
It's not. But at the same time, I'm not even sure Trump can win again. I don't know that he can win again. I think what it really comes down to for a lot of people, it's not really about like control or agenda. It's just about the ability to raise money to win. You know, if you really want to know, all of politics boils down to money. I think. I always believe that. And even on their end, like what makes them the most money?
I know. All these consultants don't want their payday to end. And I don't want to make a deal with these kind of people. This is a hill worth dying on. I'm not, if they're going to steal the election to make me and our movement go away, I'm not letting them do that. I owe it to the people of Arizona.
Or
to carry their torch and their voice.
Or you don't go away, but you pause.
This is the battles right now, Jeff.
You pause, and refill your coffers.
No, the battle is right now. The battle is right now, and we don't have time to pause on this battlefield.
You're not. You can't scratch their back. It's not afraid of you.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to offer them, and they're sitting around people that have stuff to offer them. You know what I mean? It's just it's a back scratching club. That's all DC is. It's a big back scratching club. You're in no position to scratch anybody's back, and you've already made it known that if you get there, you're not going to scratch anybody's back. I don't scratch people's back. You know, I've been on the outs for a lot of people for a long time because I don't scratch backs. You know, where are we in 2 years if they steal the election again?
Listen to what you're saying. Why don't we do something about it? So that we the people can pick our...
What can we do?
I'm not willing to accept that. And I'm going to be the biggest pain in these people's... Go back and tell them that. I'm running, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in their...
I'm willing to tell them that.
And they're going to have to kill me to stop me.
No, I know. Look. And
You don't have to tell them that, but I don't think they will, but...
Nah, I don't think that's the way they are.
Either they come around and try to work with me, or I'm just going to...
What would that entail?
That would entail not telling... Layman's telling me, you got to distance yourself from Trump. I know, you distance yourself from DeSantis.
He's all butthurt about that.
But what I'm saying is, don't tell people that. I'm with Trump, okay? I want to work for the betterment of Arizona. I'm not going to let these people back in D.C. tell me not to run.
I'm telling you that's what
I'm not going to pause for 2 years. The battle is now. I'm offended by whoever these people are that they're trying to buy me out of.
Well, you should be honored.
I'm offended that there's people back there who just don't give about our country.
Do you understand though? You should be honored. That means they know how powerful you are.
Well, I can tell them
If
that.
you weren't powerful, they wouldn't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Right? You should be. Very few people get this.
I know. I'm pissed that they don't care more about our country. It's all about the mighty dollar to them. And that's offensive.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
They want to get Trump so bad. They want him out so bad.
It's not about Trump. This isn't about Trump. It's about you. It's not about Trump. It's about you. It's not about Trump. Some people that are in on this, I know.
Listen, I can win. Why don't you go back and tell them that I can win, and why don't they get behind me?
I see these things through a different lens. It's very personal to you. This was you. This was your name on the ballot, and I get that. And it's a very personal thing.
Well, I have a appointment coming up, and I have to work on my book.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not good. I appreciate their concern.
Just to say, is there a number at which
I can be bought.
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. $1 billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would even, that anybody would think this is...
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now for the reason that I've never seen anyone, I can't think of a single person in a federal race who's lost Randy in one. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I am not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me.
I mean,
I can
would
win,
say
and they
those
should
words.
get behind me.
I will happily say those words.
Yeah.
Do you think my words will carry any weight? No.
Okay, well, did you think you would come in here and that I would be bought?
It's not being bought.
Yes, it is.
It's, I think,
It is being bought.
No.
They are trying to buy me out of running.
What
And
I
it's actually, I mean, all right, I'm flattered. I'm offended. I'm
What I
offended for our
think-
country.
what I
We have
think
people
is
like
this.
this who live here.
What I think is this, is it can give you an incredible opportunity to have a bigger voice to fight for stuff than you currently do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people like this. These people are un-American, and I think they're unethical, and I would be absolutely immoral if I did that.
Again,
That's immoral. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror if I, you know.
it's very powerful people that are willing to, they really want someone different. They want new names, whatever it is.
So they want Jim Lehman. That's a new name.
No, actually, that's not even, that's a possibility, but they're even asking me like, who?
I know they've got all these new names, and I'm going to beat each and every one of them. Sorry, Jeff. Take it back to them.
Oh,
I gotta get working.
I know you
I
do.
love you, but I gotta get working.
all right, I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm just can't believe this.
Hey, again, be honored. Instead of them just instead of just them working to beat you, they're trying to
This is about getting Trump out.
Nah, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Trump never came out once.
But it's about DeSantis, getting DeSantis in. Getting DeSantis is getting Trump
It's
out.
not. You're reading too deep into it.
Well, let's see what happens. Maybe my case will go through. Maybe they'll do the right thing.
I hope so.
I do too. That's my first goal.
Yeah.
But they can't have me in the governor's office because then we're going to root out some of this corruption.
But again, it's like,
You know what it is? The people don't get to choose their elected officials unless they're pre-approved by the swamp. And the swamp doesn't pre-approve of me.
You need a strong party to help
I think
win.
you should go public with this and then say, hey,
No.
these people don't want to, they don't want,
And then I
they're,
turn my key in my car and I just,
you know.
I like my car.
Tell them I'm not flattered. I'm offended that
Don't
they,
tell anybody we had this conversation.
I'm offended that they don't care about our country more.
I actually wish you'd just give me a counter offer that's big. Give me a counter.
I can't be bought.
Come on.
I can't.
All right, I'll see.
Okay, bye-bye.